If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
It is The Conway Show. Ding dong. Man, oh man. Lots of stories going on here. Was that us? Or did I start early?
No, you're great, man.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks. I appreciate that, Crush. So are you, man. You're great, dude. You're great.
You're great.
You're great. You're so great.
Bellio. Steph, you guys are great. And if Angel is here, she's great. But who's filling in for Angel?
I believe it's
Mike Morris.
Mike Morris. You're great.
Hello there.
You're great.
How are you?
All right. Good. Wait, real quickly, Mike, before we get into Alex Stone, what's going on in Terminal Island? There's a hazmat thing going on out there?
Yeah, we had an overturned truck, a big rig,
jeez.
and over at Terminal Island, hazmat crews on the scene, and the local officials are saying that this closure could last another couple of days, about Saturday or so.
Oh, you got to be kidding. Wait a minute, so they're going to close all those, the entire entrance off down there, all that freeway because of this truck?
Yeah, it looks that way. Yeah, the alternate routes, which would be
you got to go all the way around.
Street and PCH. Yeah, it's shut down. If you have a cruise that you want to go on, forget it. You better change your plans because it looks like everything's just sealed off.
I mean, you have got to literally, if you get caught in that and you want to go to Long Beach or San Pedro, you got to almost go all the way up and around. That's going to be 45 minutes out of your way.
That's right.
Easily,
exactly.
and then with traffic.
Yeah. Well, after the usual afternoon drive traffic, it's going to be an absolute mess. So, like I said, it's going to be another couple of days before everything's cleared up and cleaned up.
And where it is exactly? Is it between San Pedro and Long Beach?
Well, it's closed right now between Harbor and the 710.
Okay.
According to the CHP. So that's our parameters there.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in.
All right. No problem.
All right. There he goes. Mike
You're
Morris.
great, Mike.
Yeah. All right. Alex Stone is with us. Alex, how you, bub?
Long, how are you?
Buddy, I know you're a big baseball fan. Are you a Dodger fan?
No.
Oh, what are you?
Well, I grew up an A's fan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When I went to school in Colorado, became a Rockies fan. Nobody ever says that.
Right.
I say it.
Someday it'll be Rocktober again. It was like 2009. Someday it'll be again.
Bellio's from Denver. She's a big Rockies fan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why I like Sharon.
Yeah. She used to hang out on the rock wall, or is that what they call it? What's
that the name of it out there?
What is that, Bellio? That
rock
wall?
pile.
Rock pile.
It was the worst seats at Coors Field.
Yeah.
Coors Field is sure nice, though.
But Alex, she wasn't just a fan. She worked for the Rockies.
Wow.
Or she worked for in baseball or in some capacity.
In sports radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she had a press pass to go anywhere in that stadium.
Competitors out there.
Where did you
at KOA?
Okay, yeah. I worked at K-Big.
And the nifty 850.
1090 K-Big.
50,000 watt blowtorch of the Rockies.
Rip the knob off. You know those radio idiots when they get into call signs and numbers and they know the old slogans. The big stick. All right, so what's going on? You're losing your team, huh?
Yeah, this is a sad day in Oakland.
Did you see it coming? Did you see it coming?
Well, I mean, it's been coming for years. But
30 years.
I mean, they had fought hard to keep the team in Oakland. There were 5 different, I think, deals that fell through. One, they were going to try to move down to Santa Clara, but then the Giants said no, kind of like media markets, that they've got their jurisdiction of where their fan base is, and the Giants said that's ours. 49ers are down there, and they said the A's aren't going to go there. They tried for the waterfront, and that fell through for a number of reasons. So today was it, and at least they won today, 3-2 over the Rangers. But today they sold out the stadium for the first time in a very long time. But they've lost the Warriors, the Raiders, now the last pro team to go. And
In-N-Out, Denny's.
Yeah, they did lose an In-N-Out. You're right down the street because of the crime in that area. But no, there is a lot of emotion. The tailgates today is folks were saying goodbye to it. This guy, you can hear with his music bumping as he's tailgating and making bratwurst on the grill, that he breaks up and takes a moment to get through it.
I've always been A's fan. I mean, I've been coming here, and I'm sure you hear this from a lot of people, with their fathers, their grandfathers. And it's tough.
And that's the thing. So many generations. I know I did. We would go every Friday night. Living in Santa Rosa, we'd go down to Oakland every Friday night, stay over, and then go to the Friday night game and the Saturday day game. And a lot of people did that. 57 years.
But why did people stop going?
Well, this is the thing. So the argument from fans is that the owner, John Fisher, that he pulled a major league without Willie Mays Hayes involved, that he wanted to make this move. So to make it happen, he had the lowest payroll in baseball so that they would lose. $52 million payroll for the past 3 seasons. Wow. That is not enough
to
field
what Ohtani makes.
A winning team. And then because of that and because of where they were going to move, the fans stopped coming. They had fewer than 11,000 per game this season, lowest in baseball. And so now they're going to move. But the part of this is, well, first of all, fans are still hoping that there's a knight in shining armor who's going to come trotting up with a couple of $1 billion and buy this thing and stop this from going on. But they're going to go to Sacramento for probably years, playing in the River Cat Stadium, a small minor league stadium, which is going to be weird when the Yankees come to town and they're playing in this minor league, little league stadium essentially. Right. And so they're going to be playing in West Sac for however long it takes. Vegas is the plan, but they have not imploded the Tropicana yet.
Yeah, it was still there. I was there over the weekend.
They think they're going to implode it here in the next week, 2 weeks. But they haven't even started building the stadium there. There's still a lot of iffy aspects onto that stadium. So if that's going to end up being where they really go, but they're in this interim area, they're not going to be the Sacramento A's. They won't be the Oakland A's. They're not going to be the Vegas A's yet. They say they're just going to be the A's, the Athletics, with no city attached to it while they try to figure things out. But they're out of Oakland.
What are they going to do with the stadium? Are they going to take it down immediately?
No. So an investment group has come in. I think they paid $100 million for it, something around there. Tell you how bad a shape Oakland is in. They're going to use that money to pay for their police department to keep it afloat. And the investment firm says they're going to try to figure it out. It's an African-American investment firm focused on African-American sports. They're going to try to figure out something to put in there, but it's not a pro team that it looks like right now won't be a pro team unless they can figure out one that wants to move to Oakland. Seems unlikely. So eventually, I mean, look, the Oakland Coliseum is not nice. It's got to go. It's old. It's a big chunk of concrete. But they wanted to go somewhere else in Oakland. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But for now, it's going to remain. And the investment firm, it's going to be up to them what they do with it.
Right, but didn't they also lose Bay Meadows? Wasn't that in Oakland?
The race. Down the road. Yeah, it's like maybe 10 miles down the freeway. Yeah, I think that's going away too. And it's Oakland's. They're going through a rough time right now. And, their mayor is under federal indictment for alleged crimes, and there's a lot going on.
Yeah, that's tough, man. But that team wasn't that bad. I mean, as early as 1989. Do you remember the World Series when there was the earthquake?
I was there. I remember
you were
9
there.
Years old being there. Yeah.
Wow.
The Bash brothers of Canseco McGuire and Ricky Henderson. He was back today. Ricky Henderson taking pictures with everybody, and the grounds crew was out there with everybody holding out.
They went back to back World Series, 88, 89.
Yeah. But everybody was filling up with dirt from the field today as the grounds crew went through and filled up their empty water bottles with it. And there's a lot of history there. 1968, Catfish Hunters, perfect game. A lot went on in that stadium.
Yeah, I remember, when I collected baseball cards when I was a kid.
Sure.
So, late 60s to early 70s. And a team, a player would play for the team his entire career. So I only had to look at the player, and I knew he was on Oakland, or I knew he was on the Mets, or I knew he was But nowadays, you can't tell. A guy, is on plays for 9 different teams. But I remember almost the entire lineup, watching the A's, because when you played for the A's, you played your whole career there.
Yeah, Dennis Eckersley, all of them. They had quite a team at one time. Tony La Russa running it, but you get the situation of people not wanting to come and watch, and they're going to bail out of there. But there is a lot of that. People today during the game, they were wearing shirts saying "Sell the team." They were chanting it the entire game. There is still hope in Oakland that they're going to get a reprieve from this, but John Fisher, the owner, is showing no signs of it.
I hope they do. I mean, that's a great fan base up there in the in the Bay Area. They certainly have enough people to support 2 teams up there.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy. But I appreciate you coming on.
You got it.
Sorry you lost the team, man.
You got it. No problem.
All right, there he goes.
As long as the Rockies don't go anywhere, I'm good.
Okay. All right, his adopted team. That's funny. He's like my mom. My mom was the biggest Lakers fan in the world. My mom bought season seats. She had 6 kids, and she had 2 season seats, so she could take 1 kid with her. And she went to almost every home Laker game. And then she moved to Colorado when my mom and dad got divorced, and she was in Colorado for about 9 minutes. I think on the cab ride from the airport to the hotel that she was going to stay in for a couple weeks before moving into a house. And on the cab ride from the airport to the hotel, she became a Nuggets fan. Right, calling me up. You see these Nuggets? Oh man, these guys are unbelievable. How about that John Elway? I'm like, Ma, you just got there. Settle down. You've been there for 8 minutes. How can you be a big John Elway fan? They change. They change. All right, we're live on KFI. A lot of big stories happening. UCLA is in the news. We'll talk about that. And also the hazmat thing going on at Terminal Island. That's a big deal. That's going to go on for days. And this hurricane, this is going to be a nightmare for Florida.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
Now, Crozier, you probably have the most experience with this, so we're going to go to you right now.
Oh, I don't know if that's good or bad, but
were you ever in Florida during a hurricane?
I was. I've been in Florida during a hurricane, yes.
It's a nightmare, eh?
Yeah. I didn't have anything this bad, but I think I had a category 2 to 3, and we were outside just beforehand because it was kind of hitting in the middle of the night, and we had to empty out our pool. To drain our pool, because a lot of the homes there, the pools are basically connected right to the house at the same level, within like 4 feet of the door. And so we had to, we sitting there trying to pull levers in the middle of a hurricane trying to drain it.
Oh my God.
And my sisters and my mom, they were down there for, it was a huge one. It was like the mid 80s, and they were in the house at the time, and it blew the front door and the back door open, and it just sucked everything out of the house out.
I remember one year, I don't remember what hurricane it was, but there was a hurricane that came through Miami. And I think we were going to talk to your sister.
Susan.
Susan, your sister is down there.
Yes.
And we were talking to her, and it seemed calm there, the calm before the storm. And then I'm like, God, she sounds so familiar. It's like I've talked to her before. And then I realized, it's Bellio BSing us, pretending to be your sister because she couldn't get a hold of her.
And if I remember correctly, Susan sent me a picture because we were talking about what are you gonna exist on after the storm, and I think Sharon said like popsicles.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And Susan sent me a picture with her holding popsicles out in the front yard.
Oh, that's great.
But this is going to be a hell of a storm coming in. Helene, right?
Helene. It's brutal looking right now. They're showing some CNN showing some shots of I think it's a bridge between St. Pete and Tampa Bay.
Yeah, the I-275.
It is just
Is that a highway down there, I-275?
Yes.
Okay, that's what they're showing right now. And I don't know if that's the Florida Keys or if that's
Tampa.
Tampa. Okay. But they're expecting a 20-foot surge.
That's insane to think.
That's less than Katrina. Katrina, I think, was 16.
That's halfway up the building here.
Yes.
To where we're at.
That's exactly right. Unsurvivable.
Yeah.
Unsurvivable. Unsurvivable. Bull. I'm strong like bulls. All right, let's talk to Mike O'Brien. We got another story going on over at Terminal Island. Nice name for it. Mike, you there? Oh, yeah. How are you? Shh. A lot of accidents. Shh. Hazmat. Hey, there you are. You there, bub?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
There we go.
Hey, now.
All right.
Hey, so what's going on in Terminal Island, bub?
Just a mess. Well, it starts with an overturned big rig. and he's about to head over to the Vincent Thomas Bridge, that area between Long Beach and Pedro.
All right.
And he's on the 47 westbound, and he flipped over. Got hazardous material on the board of the truck. The emergency crews aren't getting anywhere near it. There's a little fire smoldering in the back of that truck, and they're a quarter mile away. Nobody's getting in there unless they got a hazmat suit.
Michael, I heard it was the same type of material, battery material, that happened on the way to Vegas that shut down that road for 3 days.
That's why they're talking. Yeah, that's why they're talking about maybe a multiple day thing because it's so dangerous. But oh my God! And you got both sides are shut down. They don't want you on the other side of the fence either.
No. And where are the fumes blowing? Can you tell? Are they blowing towards Long Beach?
I wouldn't say there's a lot of smoke. I noticed there's a little smoldering fire at the back, but I don't see like a plume of smoke or anything.
Are they worried about this thing exploding?
Possibly, yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. And if you're heading to a Princess Cruise, there's 2 docked there, and they don't wait around. So there's probably 2 about to go out at 5 o'clock. So I hope you're there already because they're shutting you down at that exit. It's 47 eastbound at Harbor Boulevard.
Wait, so if you're going from Long Beach to San Pedro to catch that cruise ship, you got to go all the way around now.
Yeah, well, you attempt Anaheim Street or PCH.
Oh, Anaheim's got to be completely full, though.
They are. They're completely sold out. You're probably better off going all the way to the 110. 405? No, 405 to the 110, and then you deal with the slowing out of Pedro.
Oh, man.
But, are
you flying over there right now? Are you over it?
I just circled Dodger Stadium because we got a big game.
So are you above Dodger Stadium right now?
No, I'm actually I am just about to hit your favorite spot, Bell Gardens, and the casino here. The
bike.
the bike.
Off the 710. Near Washington or whatever that is.
Yeah, I'm going down to 710. I'm going back to camp out there for a while because that's a big deal.
All right, so you're going back to Terminal Island.
Yeah,
okay.
And so is the Dodger game. I can't believe
when did the flight restrictions take effect for the Dodger game?
An hour before the game. I can't believe how many they've already let. Like in the bleachers, they've already let some people in.
Sold out tonight, huh?
Oh, my gosh. Well, final regular season game of the season.
Okay. Oh, man.
And,
is this Fan Appreciation Day?
I think it is. And by the way, the Dodgers with a win the National League West.
Whoa!
So we got that going for us on a Thursday.
Oh, that's great, buddy. All right, well, thanks for coming on. Let's. Can we check in with you again at Terminal Island?
Absolutely. Anytime you want. I'm going to go camp out there for a while.
All right, that's our Thursday check-in with Mike O'Brien, always brought to you by Advanced Hair. A one-day treatment, life-changing results. Make your appointment today at advancedhair.com. Big stories going on. UCLA lost their baseball field. It's going to be turned back over to the Veterans area or Veterans Administration. Hazmat team in Terminal Island. They don't want to get anywhere near this truck that's on fire. That could be closed down for days. And Hurricane Helene and a 20-foot surge coming into Florida near the Panhandle. That is going to be a nightmare tonight. They say it's about to hit landfall at around 6:30 to 7:30 our time. So we'll be on the air when that sucker hits. This is going to be huge. This is going to be another Katrina. They're really worried about this one.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Huge stories going on. I was just walking around the hallway and somebody told me about a great story that the Angels manager, you know the Angels, right, Bellion? Yeah. The Angels manager said, I think to the owner, I wish they would give me real baseball players. Yeah. You imagine that? You imagine like Robin Bertolucci saying, I wish they would give me real radio guys. And, well, that's probably happened. But that's a big story, going on. Angels, that's a real insult to the guys on the field. These professional baseball players. So he wasn't
counting last year when he had Ohtani on the team? It's like,
Guess not. Belly, what's going on with you?
Yeah, what the heck in that monitor?
Yeah, what's going on with you? She's under the desk.
No, I think I turned it off.
What?
Just turned it off.
God, I love her.
Oh, please. Oh, my God. She's under the desk. What's going on with you? You know what? I don't think you can go under a guy's desk. If you're fixing a computer, you can?
Yeah.
That's about a wrap on the reasons you can get under there.
Write that down and save it for later.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, she's just fixing the desk, fixing the computer. What does that mean, fixing the computer? Well, up fifth floor, HR. But UCLA lost their baseball field. They've been playing baseball at the Veterans Administration for 43 years. They put tens of millions of dollars into a new stadium. And then a judge said, no. That's for veterans. That's for homeless veterans. You got to build apartments there or something. You can't play baseball there. Get out. And then Brentwood has their athletics facility on that property as well. And they got to bail out of that. And they put millions into that as well. So Brentwood School and UCLA got to bail, got to get out of there. Judge said you can't even go on that field anymore. That's a big story. Hazmat at Terminal Island. If you're going on a cruise and you got to use that road, that street, that boulevard, that avenue between San Pedro and Long Beach, you're euchred. That's closed. That is closed. Hazmat could be closed for the next 3, 4, 5 days. That's a big deal. And then Hurricane Helene, 20-foot surge, up to 20 feet, 2 stories. That's huge. So we're covering all those stories in great detail, just for you, the listeners of KFI.
I was looking at we were talking earlier about what they were showing on CNN. The shot was from the 275.
Yeah.
That's a bridge that connects Tampa and then St. Petersburg to the west over Old Tampa Bay. And there are 3 bridges that connect Tampa to the St. Pete area, and all 3 of them completely shut down. I mean, I'm looking at a traffic map, and it's just like, no, don't even think about it. And as we saw in the pictures, there shouldn't be anybody on those roads.
Man, oh man.
And here's the I guess somewhat silver lining about this. Where it's heading right towards basically what I call the armpit of Florida, because it's that that turn.
Do they call it that? Do people live there?
I believe some people do, yes. Okay. But if you look at it on a map, the population in that whole area, in that turn of Florida, it's very sparse.
Oh, good.
And that's why they're showing Tampa St. Pete much further down, which is about halfway down the state, because that's the closest thing with a heavy population that it's going to hit. So that could be somewhat of a silver lining, however small solace to the people that are actually living up there in sort of like Panama and these. That's Apalachicola National Forest is what's over there.
But Crozier, since you've been in Florida for a hurricane, when it comes to even like the armpit or the panhandle, isn't the entire state affected though in some way or another?
And specifically, this particular hurricane is especially bad because of the warm temperatures that have made it grow so fast. It also has allowed it to grow really large. That's why the entire state is under warnings of some kind. And the effect of it is even going to hit way further south, even onto Cuba.
Man, what a day. All right, well, here locally, we've got breaking news in San Pedro, Long Beach. That is not good. Looks like another lithium battery blow up there.
Live look at that rolled over truck with a container that contains a ton of lithium ion batteries that you can see are on fire. This is not the kind of fire you can fight with water or foam. And so the fire department is actually standing back, letting that container burn, and they are keeping folks back about a quarter of a mile in all directions. LA City Fire on the scene down there. They're about to send a drone overhead to continue to strategize how to handle this situation. In the meantime, check out the traffic backup here at the port. This is right in between the Port of LA and the Port of Long Beach. You're taking a look at the Gerald Desmond Bridge there as traffic is backed up all the way across the bridge coming in from the east. Traffic on the Vincent Thomas Bridge is currently at a halt as well. That bridge is essentially shut down. And check out all of the trucks that are...
A lot of checking out to do. We've had 3 things we got to check out. Man, oh man.
That are coming through here with all of the cargo shipments that are being unloaded.
Yeah.
There are 2 separate lanes that converge right at this intersection at Terminal Island, and all of these trucks have been sitting here for over an hour now. So a tremendous backup here at the port. We're going to continue to keep an eye on this developing situation. Reporting live from Air 7, I'm Chris Christie, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you. Chris Christie out there. Terminal Island. All right, lots going on here. You got to keep it on KFI. And then tomorrow, Amy King and Neil Saavedra are going to jump off a building for some reason. We'll tell you why at 5:35. We're live on KFI. Dodger game tonight as well. People are already starting going to the Dodger game. If they win tonight, they win the division. They win the National League West. So
hey now,
that's a big game tonight against those pesky Padres. Yeah, the Padres. Do you think if people, if that team was located in Mexico, do you think that they consider that like going to the Father's game? Doesn't Padres mean fathers?
I guess, yeah.
Going to my Father's game. I'm a fan of fathers. Going to the Father's game.
Fathers in general, yeah.
Right. Maybe they call it fathers in Mexico, right? Oh, I love the fathers. Big Fathers fan.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Now we got this huge storm coming into Florida. We'll keep an eye on that. It's supposed to hit late this afternoon here, early evening in Florida, between 6:30 and 7 o'clock, maybe 7:30 our time. So we'll keep an eye on that. Hazmat team out, sort of scratching their head at Terminal Island, not knowing really how to put out one of these battery fires. They got to get used to that. So that has some roads closed out there. And UCLA losing their baseball field. They got to get off the property and turn that back over to the Veterans Administration. So a lot of stories going on. A lot of big stories, man. All right. Also, a homeless deterrent. Let's find out what this is. Santa Monica man developed a unique device to deter homelessness. I think what he did, he opened up a job fair. A job fair. Whatever. Oh, it's a sound machine. I get it. Okay.
You might think you're hearing real crickets, but the sound is artificial. The motion sensor device is called Blue Chirper because of the blue strobe light, and it's meant to keep the unwanted away.
I call it diversion security. That is, we're diverting them away from our 20-block radius somewhere else.
Don't you do that with birds? You know, you have an eagle sound effect or a hawk sound effect and keep the birds away. Is this going to work with homeless people? I don't know.
Stephen McMahon came up with the idea right in his Santa Monica living room after he noticed an influx of unhoused individuals looking for a place to rest in the carports that face the alleyway.
I've lived here for over 30 years, and I've seen this neighborhood, which was just paradise. It was beautiful, deteriorate over the last 5-6 years. And so I want to push these people out of here.
Guy with an open heart, huh?
And so I want to push these people out of here.
Okay.
Hey, dude.
So I developed something's going to really annoy him. Look, they're already maxed out with annoyance. You know, they're homeless. God almighty. What a heart we have here in L.A. Yeah, I didn't want those people there, scumbags, so I developed something to irritate them. Anybody on board?
And so I want to push these people out of here and bring Santa Monica back to the way it was.
Yeah, way to go. Let's deliver the homeless people more bad luck. They've had a nice run of great luck for a long time.
And where exactly are they going to go?
I don't know.
One alley over?
I don't know. I guess the best place that they get, the best treatment and the best, facilities, and they're fed and they're welcomed at home and nobody bothers them is Claremont. Isn't that wild? Yeah, Claremont.
Come on over.
Get out to Claremont,
I got lots of stuff for you
That's
here.
right.
And so I want to push these people out of here.
And for a year from now, if they do to Claremont, this will be Crozier.
And so I want to push these people out of here and bring Santa Monica back to the way it was.
But there were trials and tribulations that
make Santa Monica great again. Saga.
And bring Santa Monica back to the way it was.
But there were trials and tribulations at first.
One failure after another, until finally I had an aha moment and I changed the approach that I was using, and it worked.
The electronics are kept inside a wooden box Stephen hand makes. The device has worked well with neighbors that Stephen is branching out, selling to local businesses.
Wait, so I don't get it. So homeless people, that's their kryptonite? That they hear crickets and they got to move on?
They barely even sit down and they leave.
His surveillance cameras have caught quite a few people leave the carport immediately, bothered by the lights and sounds.
The lights. Oh, I see. The lights as well. Okay.
Bothered by the lights and sounds. One person even relieves himself frustrated. Stephen has made about a dozen blue chirpers and has a dozen more back ordered, but thinks the demand will go up as long as the homeless crisis goes unsolved.
Look, as long as it's a sound you hear in nature.
Yeah, it's a natural sound. I don't know why they hate it.
And it's not louder than an actual cricket. You're going to be fine. Nobody can complain about it.
I don't know. I think it has some bugs in it. Sorry. All right. Look, let's just get somebody here that calls horse races then. Who cares? All right. Hoda is moving on. Hoda, one of the big stars of that Today Show, is leaving the Today Show to raise her two young children.
Normally, we would do Pop Star right now, but we got Jenna and Chanel here. Yes. Because our beloved Hoda has some news.
Wait a minute. They didn't do Pop Star this morning? Thursday morning Pop Star? They didn't do that? What?
Normally, we would do Pop Star right now.
Yeah, Pop Star. Thursday morning Pop Star. You don't watch that? Thursday morning Pop Star on the Today Show? They feature a pop star? And instead, Hoda hogged it up with her moving her kids out of the city.
Now, but we got Jenna and Chanel here. Yes. Because our beloved Hoda has some news that she's going to share with everybody right now.
I do. I have some news.
Oh, here we go. Grab the Kleenex.
I do. I have some news. So I was doing the math, and I realized that I have spent 26 years at NBC.
Here we go.
Cool. Be cool. 26 years at NBC, 16 years on the 10, and 7 years with you. And I just turned 60. And it was such a monumental moment for me when I turned 60 years old, because I started thinking about that decade. Like, what does that decade mean? What does it hold? What's it going to have for me? And I realized that...
Which decade is she talking about? 60 to 70?
And I realized that it was time for me to turn the page at 60 and to try something new. And I think I realized it. This was so crazy, but remember our 60th birthday that we had outside? It was so, I can see it. And I remembered standing outside looking at this beautiful bunch of people with all these gorgeous signs. And I thought, this is what the top of the wave feels like for me. And I thought, it can't get better. And
God, she tried to convince herself, right?
And I thought, it can't get better.
Oh, man. I went to a psychiatrist once. It only lasted 3 weeks. Then she threw me out. But there's something about having a happy moment when you cry. There's something wrong with that, she said. At least my psychiatrist said that to me. And then I'll tell you why I left. Okay, wait back. Actually, I can't because it starts a whole effing fight at home. All right, we're live on KFI AM 640.
Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.